Good morning, everyone. One of the worst moments you could imagine is your doctor is telling you that you have cancer. A few of you have been there and understand this at a level the rest of us cannot comprehend. Your doctor is talking about possible drug protocols and schedule for treatments, but you are not there. You are not listening. You are confused and feeling alone. Am I going to die? What am I going to do? How do I talk to my family about this? What about my children? What about work? I am terrified. A cancer diagnosis goes way beyond just the identification of a tumor. It is a profound moment of crisis, both for the patient and his or her family. That will affect almost every aspect for their life. Honestly, I would much rather be doing almost anything else than talking to you about cancer. I expect some of you already are trying to back out of here, and I don't blame you. So I must sincerely thank you for taking the time to be here right now. I would also like to thank the organizers of the Jerusalem Post annual conference for this opportunity. This is a painful issue, so let's not talk about cancer. Let's talk about people. Because as a physician, you know, I don't just treat cancer, I treat people. Now, that might sound obvious to you, but I must tell you, in terms of cancer treatment, surprisingly, it has not been obvious at all. In fact, the opposite has been true. For the most part, the focus of medical practitioners for a long time has been exclusively on treatment of the disease. There is little focus on the overall well-being of the patient. For me, as I've become a more experienced physician, I've come to realize that we need, first and foremost, to take care of the patient, not just the disease. Why? Well, in part because the needs of each patient are unique. Some are experiencing pain, some aren't. Some have emotional support, some are lonely. Some are dealing with other health conditions, some are otherwise healthy. But also because you and I are more than just physical beings. We are also emotional beings. We are social, we are philosophical, we have families and friends, we have jobs and hobbies. At any given moment, we have 100 concerns and responsibilities on our minds. So I want to back up a little and tell you about the Sheba Medical Center, Tel HaShomer Hospital in Israel. It is the largest medical center in Israel and indeed in the entire Middle East, with general, rehabilitation, children's and women's hospital that treat over 1.5 million patients annually. The vast medical center is government-owned, which offers some advantages, but also generally means a more pragmatic financial-related approach to healthcare. The Cancer Center, which I direct, serves more than 5,000 new cancer patients every year and sees around 50,000 people annually for various kinds of cancer treatments. We are also a significant cancer research hospital, conducting over 140 international clinical research studies every year. We also operate an advanced cancer research center with basic research labs and state-of-the-art technologies that allows us to perform genomic analysis for patients and admit them into personalized tailored drug treatments. When it comes to cancer treatment, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you we are one of the largest, most advanced, and most comprehensive medical centers nationally and internationally. Even so, around a year ago, our team took a serious look at the big picture and recognized that essentially something was missing. We felt that treating the cancer itself, even with the most advanced drugs and technologies, is not enough. We thought about the process from the beginning to end with one goal in mind: taking care of the patient, not only treating the disease. So over the last year, we defined and initiated a new mission. We call it 360-degree oncology care. The idea is an all-encompassing arrangement which coordinates all of the services necessary to heal, support, and ensure the highest quality of life for all patients. We think that every patient entering the cancer center deserves a supportive approach for his or her unique needs. While undergoing oncology treatment, supportive and palliative care are key to preventing and relieving suffering. The core of palliative care is what we call symptoms management, establishing a strategy that is keeping with the patient's values and preferences. Supportive care is also provided through a rehabilitating and recovering patient clinic, which also has psychologists, social workers, and other healthcare givers to provide a range of support, from advice on nutrition to professional counseling on sexual-related issues and so on. So with so many available services, we knew there needed to be someone to help coordinate everything for the patient. So we are planning to provide every patient with a case manager. The idea is to empower a personal coordinator for each patient from the day he enters the cancer center, facilitating access to all services both inside the hospital and within the community, including maintaining an ongoing dialogue with the family physician and other services. In addition, spiritual and holistic treatments are available through the TAL Center for Integrative Medicine, our complementary medicine unit. The TAL Center was named after Tal Jacobson, a dynamic young woman who was studying Chinese medicine and alternative medicine when she lost her fight to cancer in 2009. We are very grateful to have the financial support of her parents, Zohar and Yankele Jacobson, and I am especially touched that Zohar is here with us today. Thank you, Zohar. The TAL Center provides patients all stages with a unique fusion of conventional oncology, practice, and complementary medical treatments and research. At the TAL Center, patients can take a part in shiatsu, yoga, meditation, and other integrative medicines. One of our goals is actually to develop guidelines for the use of integrative medicine in standard cancer care. We also intend to do research for this approach for cancer patients in Israel. Friends, I want to say to you that Israel, the startup nation, is changing the world with more than just apps and new technology. The 360-degree oncology care program is also a first of its kind undertaking, both in its vision as well as in its multidisciplinary scope. Making this happen is a great challenge. You know, oncology isn't as sexy as Viber or Waze. And as I said, the government of Israel's health budget doesn't allow for grand initiatives such as ours. There is no money to spare for anything perceived as non-essential. But we are already convinced that our plan will provide patients with care that is essential and is actually saving lives. We hope and believe that our program will lead to the cultural change in the way of treating cancer patients in Israel. It is our hope as well that this program will serve as a model of integrative and synergistic oncology care that can also be replicated outside of Israel. So thank you for your attention and interest. If you have any questions or thoughts on our 360-degree oncology care program, I would be very pleased to tell you more about it. Together, we can change the face of cancer care in Israel and around the world. Thank you, and I wish you all happy and kosher Passover holiday.